Hey guys, welcome back to Chase the Unknown. My name is Roger Sisk. I'm one of your co-hosts here, along with Trinity Dobbs and Jared Robert Todd. Today we have a special audio edition for you, exclusive to our podcast platforms, such as Apple Music and Spotify. Now, it's probably the last thing we want to talk about, but we felt like it was really important to have an honest conversation about the elephant in the room, which is currently the COVID-19 virus that the world is facing. So today, myself, Trinity Dobbs, and Jared Robert Todd on this special bonus audio edition, we'll be talking just a little bit about our thoughts on how the world is handling this, what we're doing to kind of maintain our mental sanity. With that being said, let me bring in my two co-hosts, Jared Robert Todd and Trinity Dobbs. It's been really fascinating just to kind of see what even the mainstream media is doing now. I mean, I saw an ad the other night where they're like Disney Family Sing Along, where we're gonna have all your favorite stars zoom in basically, or like they'll pre-record some type of Zoom thing of them like singing a song or something like that, and they just kind of put it all together, put like 10 people together into a special, and I was like, that's really smart, that's when people can't nowadays get
the
into
country music thing. Do that?
What's up?
Did you see the ACM country music station or CMT or whatever? They did a whole thing where they had a whole 2-hour show where all their stars sang a song through I think a Zoom or a video chat. And actually, Brad Paisley and Darius Rucker did a duet through FaceTime.
Oh, it blows my mind.
And it was recorded live on television.
Did you guys see the Hamilton video?
No, I didn't get to see it.
That blew my mind. Mm-hmm. The entire OG cast of Hamilton comes back, surprises this little girl on John Krasinski's show that he's doing. Mm-hmm. And that's just an accomplishment in itself. Not only the fact that they were able to all sync up perfectly together and everything, but at the same time and do it live is incredible. But also the fact that were able to get the entire original cast all back together was even crazier.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
that's super cool.
That is very cool.
I mean, we've got to do all this type of stuff with the COVID-19 anyway. I mean, we have to learn how technology works, and unfortunately, we're having to rely on it in this day and age. So
yeah, it's kind of this is really going to separate who the introverts and who the extroverts are really quickly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, luckily the state of Georgia is starting to kind of free open, but at the same time, I mean, there's so many controversies on that. But I think I know a lot of people are staying home through the month of May as well. So.
A lot of places are choosing to remain closed.
I've seen that
too.
Especially with the government coming out and saying hey, this is we're just giving you the option of reopening.
Yeah.
And it's just
you can. You still have to do employee checks and all that, which I bet I have my temperature checked whenever I go to work now.
Interesting.
They ask a bunch of questions, like have you traveled or have you been in contact with anybody who's showing symptoms? Are you showing symptoms? And then they check your temperature. Those screenings I think have really helped. Good. Definitely.
That's crazy. Yeah, there's only 10 people at the office I work at, so we're not really having too much. Down. So it's a very small company, and it's a warehouse, so we're all kind of spread out anyway. So even if one of us had it, we're all 6 feet apart from each other.
Yeah.
Most of it. So, which is good.
That is good.
It feels kind of good also to have a job during this time, because I know a lot of people don't. And you get that stimulus check, and I like to have, a reliable check on top of that check just to make it even easier. I kind of appreciate that. I feel bad for people who that stimulus check is a lifeline. For some people, that's another month of food, of housing.
I hate it for a lot of people. Yeah, I hate it for a lot of people who that's their only lifeline. I'm very, very grateful to have a job during this time.
Yeah.
So, and still being able to do, the podcast and other things as well.
So. I know with us kind of here at Right Time Productions, the main reason we're kind of even doing this podcast, honestly, the main push for it was really this whole situation we're kind of all in together, because that was it was something that we had an idea for, I mean, mid last year. But I think, when we were, we all have lives, at this point. Right Time Productions, honestly, is just a hobby, you know. Um, but it's still, it was one of those things that, we still had jobs, we still had lives, and we could only do so much, put so much effort in, and that was just kind of wasn't on my priority list at the moment. But yeah, it's kind of when we were basically forced to look back at everything and just say, okay, unfortunately, we're just gonna have to delay because we had planned out like 2 months in advance at least of shooting of like, okay, these are the days we're gonna shoot, this is what we're gonna shoot,
Mm-hmm.
And
it
the
all went
feeling
based
of
off
like
the
having to go back
availability
and
of all the
scrap
actors
all
too.
that. Yeah, the feeling of
So.
having to go back and scrap all that was just rough. It
was very rough. I mean, especially when you have to rely on the actors to give you their schedules, and that way they can work around. We can work around it, and now everything's been scrapped, so we have to start pretty much all over.
Yeah,
which is rough, but at the same time, I mean,
there's
could be a good thing if we can do it better. So
you've definitely got to learn like and figure out how to roll with this. You got to figure out how to turn it into an advantage and use that extra time you've got. Because I mean, everything's scrapped. There's a few projects that I was looking forward to that are just on hold indefinitely. But this is where good time management comes in, and internal motivation, because you can use this time instead maybe to revise something or build your skills.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Or really lock in maybe, as you said, actor schedules, something like that. But the big thing I think with this whole thing is just rolling with the punch.
Yeah, you really have to at this point. I mean, there's nothing you can do if you want your life to move forward in any way. You kind of have to roll with it. And I mean, as sad as that is to say, I mean, you have to take advantage of this downtime. I mean, I know that, I mean, I still have a job and I still have to go to work every day and everything, but I've also taken the time to get in a daily routine of, get up in the morning and go do some small exercises and get my devotions in every morning. And I've kind of gotten that routine down. So that way, when we do start back to normal, that's going to be a routine that I keep hopefully for a long time, forever if I can. But I mean, obviously everything changes over time, but still, at least it's a daily routine that I've kept going, which is, I mean, not to brag or be vain or anything. It's just something that I personally do, but I'm actually pretty decent with time management. So if you're not, now is the time to become that. So, right?
Yeah, now's the time
my
to
boyfriend
learn.
is not really good with time management. So I'm hoping that this is like where he's learning how to be better at it, but
how to be better.
I can't. I don't know how else to word that. I tried, but I think he's actually gotten better at it for the most part, because he's in college right now, so he's having to do schoolwork through all this. So he's doing all his school, so he's actually been pretty sticking to it for the most part.
That's good.
Which is good, but you have to do what you got to do at this point.
Yeah. And you'd be shocked, honestly. I would consider myself kind of medium skilled, I guess, at time management. You'd be shocked actually at how quickly 8 hours turns into 5, turns into 3, turns into 2, turns into it's time to go to bed. That's just something.
Exactly. I would definitely say I'm kind of like in the middle area. For me, I'm like driven personality, but at the same time, I'm also a huge procrastinator. And so it's like this constant balance of like trying to figure out, okay, how much time do I put into actually working towards things and keeping the ball rolling and all that, and then how much time do I put into, okay, I can sit on the couch and play Minecraft for 2 hours or whatever it is, because
Minecraft.
It's because if I go too far in one direction, then I either like, for example, if I sit on the couch and play Minecraft for 8 hours, then I just get depressed and get like just sad in general. It's not good for my mental health. But then also, if I'm like pushing and pushing and pushing and trying to get as much out of as I can out of out of it. If I come at it with my mentality of like, okay, like I have to take advantage of this time and I have to do this to make like this time worth it, if that makes sense, then I just go too far in the other direction. That's not good for my mental health either, because then I'm living in too much of almost like a workaholic mindset, which I know I've gotten into in the past.
Yeah. I know that during this time, I've actually tried my best to learn balance during this whole thing, because that's just something you have to have. You have to have balance in order to keep yourself sane. Because I mean, even though I still have a job, I'm still going out every day. I physically have to drive to the office every day. Yeah. I don't get to work from home. So I still have to physically go. And so, yeah, I have to do that. But when I come home, it's like, well, I just sat at a desk for 8 hours. Let's do something a little bit more active, or maybe, try something new and learn how to cook for once in your life or something.
For once in your life.
I'm not a cook. I am not a cook. I never have been. Just something I don't really enjoy actually that much. But I'm beginning to, because I don't have anything else to do. So, but Tyler likes to cook a lot. So luckily, I'm very grateful in that aspect where I don't have to learn, because but
you have someone to cook for you. Yay!
Yeah.
But
congrats on not being single,
so Trinity. Still busy, regardless. So someone has to learn someone has to do it, and so yeah. So I mean, I've tried to take this time and learn some balance, which I think is actually healthy for a lot of people who, if they can learn the balance and hey, let's play Minecraft for 2 hours and then go for a walk or something. That way it'll, it balances out. That way you're not.
Do you
completely...
play Minecraft, Trinity?
I do not play Minecraft. I have never understood the point of Minecraft. But
it's
that's just
creative.
My
you just
opinion.
build stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather actually build something with wood and a hammer and nails. That's more fun to me than playing with a controller.
But you don't need skills.
Yeah.
You actually need like engineering skills.
You need to figure out how the controller works. I mean, I'd rather play like Super Mario Brothers or something, like racing or something. I would rather play that over Minecraft.
Oh gosh, that game. That's a fun game. It's like Monopoly, though. You'll like find out who your true friends are, and those relationships will be tested. Yeah.
Or what was the game
you
we
get
were playing?
That blue shell or green shell or red shell, excuse me.
Right?
Yeah.
See, I'd rather do that with like Donkey Kong or one of those old school games. I liked those better.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But the one game we've been playing recently was the Wii Dance. We've been doing a lot of that.
Wow, that's a throwback.
During this, yeah. It's been interesting. I mean, at least it keeps us active, because we're not sitting on the couch the whole time. So we're actually having to get up. And that is more difficult than you think.
It is. It is. And staying active in this time is also
it's crucial.
Yeah. It is crucial. But like if you're quarantined, I feel you, because you're right next to that refrigerator the whole time with no access to a gym. And I know what that's like. And like I personally have gained about 15 pounds so far. I had lost so much. I'm back up 15. Luckily that I didn't regain like everything I had lost.
That's good.
I know, but it's still it's so frustrating. And at the beginning, that commitment level, beginning, it starts out strong. It always does. And then it kind of peters off. And then you're sitting on the couch playing Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
With right next to the fridge.
Oh yeah. I need to get on that home workout train, I've officially let go of that fantasy of me walking out of the ocean with the ripped abs and the flowing hair and all that stuff.
I'm hoping to get that soon. So I'm going to Hawaii in November, so I'm hoping that I can get to that point.
Hey.
So we booked a trip to Hawaii because all the flights are really decent right now.
Yeah.
As long as this whole thing goes away, I can still go. So
yeah, hopefully. I mean, I think they're saying kind of the official, like, this is when we think it's gonna be okay for everyone to like start getting together again, and all that is like the end of June. But that's a date at least I heard yesterday. But
that's a little far, but I mean, I'll take what I can get. At least there's hope.
Yeah, at least this will end.
How have you guys like mental health been doing this entire time? Are you finding yourself, fairly positive, or are you kind of having mood fluxes, or how's that been for you guys?
Hard mood swings. definitely for me.
Same
Sometimes
here.
I wake up in the morning and I'm feeling great. I can get at it and do it. And then like I check casting billboard notices and there's nothing. Like really nothing new. And I'm just like, oh, it was all for naught.
Yeah,
and I'll just go take a nap, take a depression nap.
I had to stop looking at those because I was just getting so depressed. I mean, nothing is coming up. Like I actually subscribed to the Southern Casting Call, which they used to send you like 60 emails a day, and now I'm not even getting one.
Oh no!
I'm like, what? Like, I mean, my email still blows up, but it's all of, "Hey, we're still open. Come see us." All like restaurants and stuff. I'm like, please come see us.
Please. I have literally seen an email. I promise I've seen an email from just about anything I ever have visited or anything I've ever anything I've ever visited or anything I've ever just in general, like that's local, you know.
I'm getting an email from Michael's telling me to come visit. Yeah, I'm getting an email from Michael saying, "Hey, we're still open. You can come get your new Cricut right now for $200." It's like
you and Michael.
That's the last thing I'm thinking about right now, Sarah.
Right? Cricket's the last thing I'm thinking about right now.
I gotta be honest though, every time I drive past Chick-fil-A, it's tempting, but they got a big line.
Yeah, they always have a big line. So
they're pretty keen on dealing with it though. I as somebody who's worked in fast food, of course you guys have too. You guys work at Chick-fil-A, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you guys met.
Yeah, we both worked at Chick-fil-A.
Y'all were so good at dealing with it. Y'all like, two people outside, somebody at the register, somebody else also taking payment. So like you were getting through it. I've seen a lot of other fast food restaurants who are just awful. That line is gonna be there when you pass by it again 20 minutes later on your way back,
Oh yeah.
But not for Chick-fil-A.
Totally.
No.
Not at all. Well, I saw the meme that said, if we let Chick-fil-A workers do the testing for COVID-19, we would already be through testing the entire U.S.
I love it. Yeah, exactly. That's
yes.
Something like that. I thought it was hilarious. I was laughing so hard. It's like
we should just everyone who comes through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, just let me take your temperature real quick, sir.
Yeah, let me test you real quick.
That's their upsell. Would you like a COVID-19 test with your order? with your chicken sandwich?
Free test
that would be a marketing point.
Yeah.
That's probably
Do you still
not.
Get your food if you test positive? That's the big question.
Sir, you tested positive. We're going to need you to keep going right into this hazmat van.
They just send a squad after you. The Chick-fil-A squad.
Yeah. Why is this van following me? Get away.
It's the little things. So.
Sorry, we're going to need you to come with us. Just shove you into like one of those bank vault van, like one of those armored trucks,
Oh goodness, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, we joke, but this is a really serious thing, and
honestly kind of a reality for some people.
Hopefully, we'll. I feel like as a nation we've done as best as we can. I haven't been outside. I haven't like gone anywhere except to the park and sit in my car for a month. I am like just ready to explode.
Yeah.
But
I'm ready for everything to start going back to normal, to where we can go outside and not be afraid to come in contact with somebody.
And I want to be.
That's all I care about.
Yeah.
I mean. I don't want to walk outside and be scared to death or have to take a shower every single time I come home.
Yeah.
That's it. Which I have been doing now, but I mean, which is, it's a good thing to stay, your hygiene is always important, but taking
that's
2 showers a day is a little much for me, but.
That's another plus of this whole situation. I'm sure it's improved everyone's hygiene by like 200%.
Wash your hands, 20 seconds.
We've been told, I think Dr. Fauci has mentioned that like we should never shake hands again. Like that's
really
gonna go the way the dodo, or it should go the way of the dodo. I don't think it will, honestly, but yeah. But generally, I hope everybody is gonna create new hygiene habits that are good. I know pollution has decreased drastically.
It has.
I read read an article this morning on Facebook, so don't tell me how true it is, but it's that Miami hasn't had a bird in 6 weeks, which is an all new record since like 1957 or something like that.
Miami?
And I was like, what? Now, if that's actually true, yeah, Miami. I was like, if that's actually true, that's impressive. But at the same time, I'm like, I read it on Facebook, so we don't know how true that actually is.
Exactly.
But still, like I would research it, but
I'm doing that right
I was
now.
just
Still, that's
scrolling through.
incredible.
Yeah, research it. It's like 1950 or 7 or something like that.
That's crazy.
It was interesting. I was like, what?
What?
Is it true?
I don't know. I'm not sure what the source is.
I don't remember either.
I'm
It was like Daily News or something like that.
okay.
I thought,
I'm looking at
I could be
reason.com, which
wrong.
I've never seen reason.com before. Miami Herald.
That obscure news source. Don't you feel bad for those people that constantly post those like Babylon Bee articles on their page thinking that they're real?
Like my mom. Yeah.
Oh,
Your
According to
mom?
Facebook, Dwayne The Rock Johnson has died like 3 times.
What? How is
But
this
it says it right here on the
I thought
internet.
everything I read online was true.
Yeah, exactly. Anything posted online, it's true. You know that.
It's on the internet, so it must be
Yeah.
true.
You know, if it's not on Facebook, it's not official.
The
so,
inverse is true.
You know?
If it's on the internet, it's probably not true.
It's probably not true.
Yeah.
We can go down a whole tangent with that
we
one,
could,
you know, with
Yeah.
fake news and everything, but
You know, when I was in high school, they always said that, you know, you weren't officially dating the person you were dating unless it was on Facebook or something like that. So it had to be Facebook official.
Yeah. When you change that
Facebook
relationship
official.
That is, oh man, let me
Yeah.
tell you. It
I'm
was
super
legit.
slow to do that.
I only did that like once.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I get into a relationship, I tend to change it, but I don't get into a relationship often enough to change it. So,
Yeah.
Same here.
If it lasts longer than a month, then I'll change it.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
I've only done it once.
So I
But-
always give it. I don't change it immediately, but
Exactly. It's because you don't want to be that dude who's like flip flopping.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
you put it on, and a week later it's gone. You
Or
know?
then it turns into it's complicated. And it's like,
Yes.
how really?
that's
How
always
complicated
fun.
can it be?
you
Come
either together or
on.
you not. So there's only a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question. How difficult?
I love that option. The Facebook even has that option.
It's
No, it's
complicated,
complicated.
Yeah, it's complicated. How complicated could it be? I mean, I can't say anything. I don't know. I've never been in that situation,
That's true,
but
yeah.
That's
But in
basically
high
like
school, there's
putting a red flag on your page of, "Hey guys, everything is not okay with us. Ask me about it."
I remember like from like 2008 to 2010, Facebook became the place that people would just air out very personal, very private grievances,
all their dirty laundry
everything.
Oh, yeah.
came out.
And it was
Yeah.
it was uncomfortable sometimes to read or
Oh,
to
yeah.
watch. And I'm not even gonna pretend that I didn't do it a few times, because sometimes you just want people to talk about it. You're just like, I'm mad at this person.
Yeah.
You get mad with me.
Create that
get on my
drama.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to feel
Yeah.
validated.
I have a relative who still does that to this day, and I'm like, why?
Nowadays,
What's the
pretty cringy.
point?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
it's just like
Yeah, I think
Like,
it's
I just-
that they feel like they can hide behind a screen to make themselves feel
That's
validated.
true, yeah.
yeah. I had a Facebook friend one time who I think they posted like they were like the bathroom and they ran out of toilet paper, and so the other host and say it's in the closet or whatever, wherever it was, I don't remember, but I was like, that's when you are just like you're an open book essentially when you do something like that. And I'm like, what, really? Like, you couldn't have like at least just texted your person?
Yeah. It's like,
You had to post online so the whole world can see.
well, I mean, if you text
That's
me, you don't
funny.
get likes.
Yeah.
That's true, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was really funny with the way that they'd done it in a tasteful way,
Okay.
but it was still like, I'm in the bathroom. I don't care.
Come on.
I don't care that you're sitting on your porcelain throne right now. I don't.
So it was just
Yeah.
amusing to me, and with the quarantine and everything, everybody's more online with TikTok
Oh,
and
totally.
Instagram and Snapchat.
I mean, we were just talking a few minutes ago about like, all the like Minecraft and
Mhm.
and Mario Kart and all that. And I like literally like the game console prices have spiked
Didn't
Oh
in the
yeah,
last
absolutely.
month or
Didn't it-
so. Like I heard the Switch prices have gone up like crazy. They've gone up like $200 or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah, I've
because
heard
they
that.
sold out or something. Like at most retailers. I know at Walmart, I've seen a lot of PlayStation. The PlayStation consoles have sold out as well.
That's insane.
Hey, you could if you didn't want yours, you could probably flip yours for a pretty penny right now.
Right. I have a coworker who's talked about like selling their Switch right now because they know they could make a nice profit off of it. I don't know if they're going to do it or not, but still.
Yeah. What are you going to do after this whole thing blows over? Like, what's going to be the first thing that you guys are going to do after this whole thing is lifted? They're like, okay, it's okay to go back outside. We can go back to normal life.
I'm going to give everybody I know a hug. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Just give everybody a hug.
Wave 2 happens because Trinity Dobbs. Just
I just want to hug
No,
people.
I know. Human contact.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm okay. You know, it's okay because I just miss hugs so much. I'm going to go to church. I'm going to hug everybody there. If I know you or not, I just want to hug.
You, random stranger, hug.
Free hugs on my shirt.
Gonna wear one of those free hug shirts, yeah.
I told my mom that's what I was going to do. I told her that, yesterday was the day, Friday the 24th was the day everything was starting to open back up. I told my mom I was going to wear a t-shirt that said free hugs, and I was going to go get my nails done and go get my hair done and go get a tattoo all on the same day.
Wow.
She was like, no, you're not going to do that. I was like, I'm just kidding, but everybody else thought it was funny, but she didn't.
Just kidding. And then Trinity comes down with Corona. No.
Right.
That would
I
not
know.
be funny.
I definitely want to. I might wait until at least we have a vaccine, which might be a very, very long time. But I think what I want to do, I want to go out to eat. I want to go to the gym.
Yes.
I miss the gym so much. And yeah, I want that human contact that you're mentioning, Trinity.
I want to go and give everybody a hug, and I want to dine in a restaurant.
Yes.
All those physical touch people are freaking out right now. Ah!
I know, it's so funny. Like, I don't care about the nail salon. I don't care about the hair salon. I just want to eat.
Yep.
And I want to give people hugs. That's all I care about. And I miss church. I do actually miss going to church. Physically going there and seeing people. That's all I want.
Yeah. I'm ready to get the ball rolling on everything again, start getting back in contact with everybody, getting the ball rolling again, starting to get some stuff done,
Right.
Kind of the status for where Young Life currently is our original web series that we're currently writing and shooting. We initially gave it a release date last October of spring, summer this year. And obviously that's not going to happen unfortunately, because of COVID-19 and all this, and we haven't shot anything for a few months now. And it's just really unpredictable. As much as we would like to get the ball rolling again and start shooting towards that goal, it's really hard to be able to tell when are even to the level of when are people comfortable getting back together, At this moment, we're kind of ready to announce that we probably won't be dropping the first episode till January 2021. We feel like after talking about it, we feel like that's a pretty safe bet, to be able to kind of get through this in certain time here in the next hopefully only month or two. And then really just start the ball rolling again with shooting everything and get some stuff into post-production. And hopefully we'll able to show you guys some stuff we've been working on for quite a while here.
The date is still tentative too. It depends on how everything plays out the next couple of months as well. But as of April, that's our plan. So if something happens and we get hit with a second wave, or the president decides to shut us down even longer, whatever, this is all tentative.
Yeah, so that's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah, that's the goal.
I think that's been a really hard thing for me as well, is that I really haven't been able to plan anything, but I kind of realized partway through though that you can still set goals. While they may really have to be way out there, you can still set goals to work on.
Exactly. And the big thing is remembering. I guess the biggest takeaway from this should be what you said, Trinity, is that this too shall pass. So be ready when it does.
Yeah.
And set those goals and stay sharp. Stay sane. That's the hardest thing to ask. I know that last one.
Yeah.
but try to.
Stay sane. Yeah.
And you'll be okay.
I mean, we're all gonna be okay. I think, we'll see what happens. And I mean, it's such a beautiful day today outside that it's like, this is the last, free day that I've got for a while, because my boyfriend's family is actually, they're moving houses through the month of May. And so they're start packing and everything like that. So like, this is not like the best time to be moving, but at the same time, I mean, you might as well do something during your quarantine. So you've got to do something. Might as well move.
Exactly.
At least everything will be clean and sanitized in both the old house and the new. So
I think that's a pretty good summation. Just kind of wrap things up with what Jared said. Stay sharp and stay sane. It's really all is about that balance of trying to figure out, okay, how can I use this time to actively continue, whether it's learning or whatever it is, whether you're using that time to do that, and then also, it's okay to relax. It's okay to take a day and just not do anything. And I think that's been a big lesson for me.
And that was the thing I learned during this whole thing, is I didn't realize how much of a vacation I really needed until we got in this quarantine. I was like, man, this feels really good.
It's forced everybody to stop.
Think about anything. I mean, because you physically can't. So your whole schedule just wide open all of a sudden. And I'm like, it's kind of nice.
And definitely.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, but then you get bored after a while, and now you're like, okay, I'm ready for life to start going back.
Yeah.
And rest and recuperation is definitely a part of productivity. I think people need to remember that. Because if you don't rest, your productivity is going to go
way down. Yeah.
Absolutely. You need to be happy and enjoy what you're doing.
Well, with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for listening to this special bonus edition of Chase the Unknown. We will be back at you this Wednesday with our both audio and video version on our YouTube page at Right Time Productions. We're going to have special guest Emily Fink. She talks a little bit about her journey with music over the years. So until this Wednesday, make sure you join us then, and we'll catch you next time. Make sure to chase your dreams.